Well, let's go ahead and make our predictions. WWE Hell in a Cell 2018, Fightful.com, FightfulWrestling.com. We'll have full live coverage and discussion. If you all haven't ever tried out our comment boards, come check them out. We have live discussion for Raw, SmackDown, Impact, NXT. And I want to grow those. I want to make you all a part of our Fightful community during the shows as well. So make sure you all come over at WWE Hell in a Cell 2018. Check out our live coverage and discussion and chat with us. I'll be there interacting with all of you. And of course, we have our live post-show podcast. Here is the card so far, and it's not a long one. You have the New Day defending against Rusev Day, SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. New Day just won these titles.
Yep.
But they won them because Bludgeon Brothers, Rowan of Bludgeon Brothers got hurt.
True.
How do you see this one ending up?
I think the New Day keeps them. But either way, like I feel like what's great about it is that either way, the team that loses can have more tag matches and also has potential for breakout single stars in the mid card. Like if the New Day loses, I wouldn't mind seeing a Big E versus Shinsuke Nakamura like feud for the U.S. title. That'd be fun. You still have Kofi and Xavier go for the tag belts. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do there. I don't care who wins because I feel like the SmackDown tag division is so strong with the Usos and the Bar as guys who are also Rans. I mean, the reason that we know the New Day is going to win is because we've already been promoted for them at the Super Showdown between them and the Bar, so we kind of know they're going to win because they wouldn't do that and then go back on it. Like I just don't think they would. Not in this case. Not deliberately go back on it. It feels wrong.
I really wouldn't mind. I am not predicting it, but I wouldn't mind seeing a New Day heel turn.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean,
look at the lay of the land right now.
Yeah.
The Usos are going to be what the Usos are. Like you're going to, and
they're going to be super arrogant baby faces. And that's fine.
And when I look at Rusev Day, I'm like, man, they're baby faces.
Yeah.
And the irony is WWE makes them less baby face-ish now than when they're doing their thing. Yeah. The Club probably better as baby faces. The Good Brothers, as heels, they're just not there. So you need a strong heel team. I think Sanity can be that too, but
they're not being utilized that way.
They're not being utilized that way. And I mean, you don't have Shelton tagging with anybody, so you need some heel depth, man. You need some heel depth. I really wouldn't mind a Rusev Day win and New Day heel turn.
Yeah, I just remember not liking watching the New Day when they were heels because they didn't get to do any of their really fun stuff in the ring. Like they were not fun to watch in the ring when they were heels because they didn't get to do all that really fun stuff because they don't want you to cheer for them. So, you know, I mean, I agree with you in theory, but I'm just remembering bad New Day matches, and that's been a long time because they've been allowed to, like, you know, tear down the house, and so I kind of want that.
Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella against The Miz and Maurice. I think Brie should tap out Maurice to set up to put her over somebody ahead of Evolution, and it doesn't give Bryan a pin back.
Right. Well, yeah. I feel like Brie will be the legal partner at the time, which means she will technically get the win. But we're definitely getting double yes locks.
Oh yeah,
that's
for sure.
Absolutely how this is working. So Brie will technically get the win, but we'll have a visual tap out of Miz at the time.
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. My prediction is Jeff Hardy will jump off something crazy and Randy Orton will win.
Yes. I
hope this match goes about 10 to 13 minutes. I
Yes.
do not need a 20 to 25 minute Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton match in 2018. I wouldn't have needed it in 2007 either, when the two were maybe at their best points. But I think this should be a sprint. They should really, really make this a sprint. Make it unlike any other singles Hell in a Cell match that you would expect out of these two. But I think Randy Orton's winning this.
Randy Orton is winning it. Jeff Hardy will jump off something very tall, if not the cell itself. It will not go 10 to 13 minutes. It will go 20 to 25.
Yes, it will.
there will be an extended rest hold. But I have one question. Does or does not Randy Orton handcuff Jeff Hardy's earlobe to the cage?
Oh, that's a good spot. That's a Michael Hayes spot right there. So people I talk to say that Michael Hayes will come in and be like, oh, yeah, let's break that. Let's do that. I could just see him walking in and being like, yeah, let's handcuff his goddamn earlobe to the ring.
Because they love going back to that in the video packages for it.
Ooh, yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be something having to do with that in the match, and I'm not going to be able to watch.
Ooh, sick.
It freaks me out every time I see it.
Sick. Raw Tag Team Championship, Ziggler and McIntyre against The Shield. The Shield does not need to win. Rollins has the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
But I do think that Ziggler and McIntyre need to cost Rollins the title soon.
Yes.
I think ideally to Elias.
That'd be nice.
But I mean, they don't like to make Elias wrestle a lot. I think Ziggler and McIntyre find a way to retain.
Me too. My personal preference is that the tag titles and the Universal title end up with the same faction. Because I do feel like it's important to have one team uniformly chasing and the other team uniformly holding. I feel like the Monday after Hell in a Cell, Rollins comes out, does his Intercontinental Championship open challenge. Somebody like an Elias takes the bait, and Dolph and Drew cost him that. And then they'll cost him the rematch. And then the Intercontinental title is away from this feud because it should be separate. So everybody else has something to go toward. Because right now it's like everything revolves around these.
Everything is tied up in one angle.
One angle, and I don't like that. So I think that Drew and Dolph should have some run with the belts. I think they can be underhanded about winning it, but they've got the best tag team finisher I've seen in forever. Let them use it to retain the championships a few times before eventually the Shield takes them. I think you can build something where the Shield takes them at the November pay-per-view or whatever, so Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of stuff where you can build toward it. I think that the Shield is built to chase these guys.
Yeah. I think WWE needs to go like 1994 MLB. They got a lot of realignment to do right now.
Yeah,
like with tag teams, they've got like 8 jobber tag teams, a few of which have injured tag team partners. So what can you do? But
right.
Like, what are the Colognes doing?
Well, they're throwing SmackDown.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Charlotte Flair defends against Becky Lynch, SmackDown Women's Championship. Does Becky do it?
Don't think so, and it makes me sad. I just don't. I want it. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be
great if Charlotte cheated to win.
Yes, I think that would be good to really hammer that point home. I think there's a lot of really cool in-ring storytelling they can do between these two women to really tell a story about Becky in the middle of the ring, maybe holding back because she remembers her friendship, and there's other things you can do there that can, move forward. But
I think Charlotte's going to win, and I think she does something underhanded.
Yeah. Oh, she's a Flair. She's definitely going to win underhanded.
Yes. Ronda Rousey defends against Alexa Bliss. Come on.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey wins this.
I approached this one in my If It Were a Work, If It Were a Shoot podcast today, where I take a look at WWE cards and tell you who would win under pro wrestling rule sets. So no chokes across the throat, pinfalls count, all that stuff counts. Come on.
Yeah.
Rousey, work or a shoot. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, WWE Championship. Does Joe finally get it done?
I would say yes, except for the way they're building the feud. Makes me think the bad guy can't win by using the guy's family against him. That just goes against everything we've ever seen in wrestling. That's the most dastardly thing, and you can't be rewarded for using the man's family against him. But I so want Joe to be WWE champ. I really don't care how he gets to it. So, but I do think this is going to be another great match. They had a very good match at SummerSlam. Lord knows AJ's been resting up by not having any trying matches on TV. So, let's see them knock it out of the park again. I loved it.
I talked about the Andrade Cien almost endearing himself to Vince McMahon. AJ Styles is the best case of that. I had somebody compare the two.
Yeah.
They said, well, look at what happened with AJ when he started initially. He got a big pop that turned Vince's head. And now look at him. 300 plus days as champion.
Yep.
I think he'll hit the year mark. I do think he'll hit the year mark. Yeah. CM Punk was the last person to get past 300 days. Before that, Cena. Before that, Diesel.
Wow.
So that is reserved. The past 300 days thing, man, that is reserved. I think AJ Styles is going to find a way to win.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns defending against Braun Strowman in Hell in a Cell. I don't doubt that this match could be good or can be great. Yes. I love Reigns and Strowman. I think when all is said and done, it will be one of the great feuds in WWE history. However, they need to stop forcing things and just ride the wave. I wrote a column about this week. Just ride the wave. You've got screw you money from like 3 different sources now.
Yep.
And your own network.
Yeah.
How do you see this one?
At this point, with the way that they are writing, presenting Braun, he shouldn't win it now. Like, there's no momentum for it now. Now he's coming out and doing you people promos and talking about how I do whatever I want when I want. I'm even going to beat up Mick Foley, your favorite old grandpa. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that Braun win. That Braun isn't the guy that I've been cheering for this, past 2 years. That Braun isn't the guy who organically came out of nowhere to like lift an ambulance and stuff. Like, that's a completely different guy than this guy who's just being presented as this kind of a cold fish thing. And to me, like, they know they made a huge mistake. I feel like they know this by giving Braun the briefcase when he was super over and everyone wanted to see him be this thing. So that's why they had him never cash in on Brock, all this stuff. And now he finally gets to cash in, and he's going to be I believe that he's going to lose. He's going to be one of the guys who loses his Money in the Bank cash in. But they're going to find all kinds of ways of like mitigating that by like having Mick Foley in there as special guest referee, and he might make a mistake, or the Shield will get involved, and so Braun will somehow be able to still look strong, even though he's going to lose to Roman. But he's still going to lose to Roman. I mean, I don't want that necessarily to happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. But whatever happens, it'll be because Mick Foley makes a call in the ring to make that happen. I feel like.
I agree. That's pretty much how I see it going. Guys, if this podcast isn't enough for you, we have Listing Your Boy, our flagship show, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Fightful.com founder Jimmy Van. If you haven't checked that out, you owe it to yourself to do so. We also have FightfulSelect.com, our premium service. The basic tier, just $5 a month, gets you a Fightful bumper sticker, gets you access to exclusive early news. You get access to our 2 Q&A shows a month at least. Our monthly retro review show. Sometimes we do more. Any alternate commentaries that I do go up there. Fightful Photo Gallery. We have monthly outtake and behind-the-scenes footage. We have the Weekender podcast every week. I give an injury report on WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, all that stuff. I talk about the Fightful Wrestling Weekly, which has a lot of exclusives, behind-the-scenes info in it. I review Lucha Underground, Impact, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Being the Elite. We have the weekly 205 Live NXT review show from Mr. Warren Hayes, who you see fill in for me often here. He also is covering the Mae Young Classic on that weekly show. We have bi-weekly dark match commentary episodes where I call matches from that are dark matches from WWE history, WCW history, even TNA history. I have one with Dean Ambrose from TNA that I'm filming soon. We have the monthly If It Were a Work, If It Were a Shoot podcast. You all get all the members-only podcasts. 1 tier up at $10 a month. You get a shout-out on a podcast of your choosing. Just let us know when. You get that goddamn paper mask that Jimmy Van likes so much, a copy of his book, early access to Wikipedia fact check, Making a Finisher, tons of articles, Jimmy Van's match archive footage with our commentary over it, early access to the Fightful Wrestling Weekly. You get Stupid People Extended. You can submit questions for interviews that I do. Also, if you stay on for 6 months, you get a Fightful shirt. Then we have tiers all the way up where you can recommend retro review topics, alternate commentary topics. I had somebody recommend Jericho versus Benoit from Royal Rumble 01. That's a match I would never cover otherwise because I just don't watch one of the guys' matches. But this guy wanted me to do it. He paid for it. So we covered it.